Hey friends, thanks for joining me for a short devotion on this Wednesday, and I hope that you'll feel free to share this with others as I've encouraged you to do in these last several weeks. Today we're looking at lesson number 4 in how we can be the very best as we re-engage together as a community of faith. And today's lesson is learn to engage our work with joy. The work that God has given to us is incredible work, but it's not always easy. So joy helps us engage in this work and recognize that as we serve together, we're doing so for the glory of God. Paul said, "A wide door for effective work has opened up to me, and there are many adversaries." You know, Paul always seems to have this sense of joy, this great overwhelming confidence in God's call and what Paul is going to do. And as he sees a wide door of ministry opening, it's interesting to me that he says, pray for us as we go through this door. It's a wide door. In other words, that sounds like it's really going to be exciting and a great opportunity. But Paul knows it's not going to be easy. There are adversaries out there, but Paul still seems to engage that idea with an incredible sense of joy. Do you ever feel overworked, over-regulated, under-leisured, under-benefited? Then take heart. This notice was found in the ruins of a London office building dated back in 1852, and it helps us see something about what working conditions were like in that day and time. Here's what it says to the employees. This firm has reduced the hours of work, and the clerical staff will now only have to be present between the hours of 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. daily. Clothing must be of a sober nature. The clerical staff will not disport themselves in raiment of bright colors. A stove has been provided for the benefit of the clerical staff. It is recommended that each member of the clerical staff bring 4 pounds of coal in a bucket every morning as they come to work during the cold winter months. No staff of the clerical team may leave the room without permission of the supervisor. No talking is allowed during business hours. And finally, the owners recognize the generosity of the new labor laws, but will expect a great rise in output of work to compensate for these near utopian conditions. Well, Paul knew this great door of opportunity was open, but he knew the way was going to be difficult. Maybe in your world there are some new opportunities that God has put before you, and you recognize that there's still going to be some hardships as you seek to do the work. That's going to be the way it is for us. We're going to be rebuilding and restarting in so many ways. It's a new day. We're going to get used to some new patterns of worship and some new patterns of fellowship, some new patterns of Bible study, and obviously some new patterns of ministry as we seek to continue to carry out the mission that God has given to us in this place. Let me give you just 2 quick words about joy and work that I hope will be an encouragement to you today. The first is this, that joy comes when we face a God-sized challenge in the strength of the Lord. You know, the challenges can overwhelm. They can almost make it seem impossible. God, how am I ever going to make a difference here? But with every God-sized challenge, there's the promise to us that God's strength is going to be sufficient for each challenge we face. And the second is very similar. Joy comes not because something is necessarily hard or easy. Joy comes because of the presence of God in the midst of those times. So as we get ready to reopen, and as we look forward to a great future together, let's press into that idea that no matter how difficult, no matter how austere the circumstances may be or how utopian the conditions might seem, we're going to find our joy in the strength of the Lord, and we're going to find our joy in the presence of the Lord. Let's do this together.